I am the voice of the ages, witness to the might of Yahweh and the liberation of his people. Behold the glory of Egypt, a land of riches and power, where the Hebrews toil in bondage for over 400 years. But Yahweh has not forgotten his people. He sends Moses, a man of humble origins, to stand before Pharaoh.
Let my people go.
Let my people go, Moses demands, his voice echoing through Pharaoh's opulent halls. But Pharaoh's heart is hardened, and he refuses. Now, Yahweh will demonstrate his power over Egypt's false gods. The first plague strikes. The waters of the Nile turn to blood, challenging Hapi and Osiris, gods of the river and fertility. Fish die. The stench rises, and the Egyptians dig along the banks for water. Yet Pharaoh remains unmoved. The second plague erupts as frogs swarm the land, mocking Hecate, goddess of birth, as they invade even Pharaoh's chambers. The amphibians cover every surface. Their croaking drives the Egyptians mad. Still, Pharaoh's heart is hard. The third plague follows. Gnats rise from the dust, defying Geb, god of the earth. These tiny tormentors plague man and beast alike. The fourth judgment descends. Flies swarm upon Egypt, challenging Uatchet, the fly god. But Goshen, where the Hebrews dwell, remains untouched. The fifth plague strikes Egypt's livestock, a blow to Hathor and Apis, deities of fertility and strength. As Pharaoh's stubbornness persists, the sixth plague erupts. Boils appear on the skin of every Egyptian. The seventh plague brings nature's fury, hail and fire rain from the sky, destroying crops. But Pharaoh's heart remains hard. The eighth plague arrives. Locusts descend upon Egypt, devouring what little remains. Then there was the ninth plague of darkness so thick it could be felt, lasting 3 days against Ra, the sun god. Yet Goshen, where the Hebrews lived, remained in the light. Yet Pharaoh's heart is still hardened. Now comes the 10th and final plague, the death of the firstborn. A chilling cry rises across Egypt as every firstborn, from Pharaoh's heir to the lowliest servant's child, succumbs to death. This last judgment strikes at the very heart of Egypt, breaking Pharaoh's will and the power of their gods. Yet the angel of death passed over those whose houses were marked with the blood of a lamb on the doorframes. This would later be known as Passover, and a prophetic precedent of the blood of the Lamb of God, Jesus, saving them for the sake of his holy name, as mentioned in Isaiah 53.
Go, take your people and leave Egypt.
In the dark of night, Pharaoh summons Moses. Go, he cries, take your people and leave Egypt. As dawn breaks, the Hebrews gather their belongings and the wealth of Egypt, given freely by their former masters. Moses raises his staff, and a great pillar of cloud and fire appears, stretching from earth to sky. Led by this divine guide, Moses leads his people out of Egypt, thus ends the era of bondage, and begins the journey of a people chosen by God, forever changed by his mighty hand.